Welcome to the mythical forest with Dee Dee and Boris. And today, guess what we're gonna do? Freeze dry lemons. Come with me on this experiment and see how it turns out. We're also gonna freeze dry some blood oranges. So let's go. Okay, we got our Myers lemons picked. And I'm going to be cutting these up, and I want to show you that I've already cut up some blood oranges here. I don't have a whole lot of them, but I decided to get all the peel and everything off so that it's not that difficult to eat them later when they get rehydrated. So I wasted a lot, but I prefer to freeze dry only what I'm really going to use. Okay, everybody. I didn't want to bore you with all this cutting up, but I wanted to show you so far what I've done. I'll show you in a minute the rest, but I just wanted to show a technique that I'm learning as I go. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this technique. If it's possible for the lemon to have a thick enough skin, you can slice it in half like this. And slice it into fours. And then what you want to do is you want to have, well, this one's not really, you see there's like that skin that's on the lemon. You just want to make sure like this, you want to break it up so that the freeze dryer can pull out the moisture. And sometimes the fruit skins will, like, it's really hard for like grapes and things like that have a skin. If you don't puncture the skin, it's really hard to get them freeze dried. Blueberries are really difficult, in my opinion. So I'm just pulling the seeds out, and what I'm doing is just taking that little top layer off a little bit right here. Just cutting it off to puncture the skin a little bit on this lemon. And then, because the skin is so thick on this, I'm able to do this, look. I'm able to just plop the whole thing out. Now, I am not going to be using the rinds because I'm doing these freeze dry for my aunt. She loves to suck on lemons and just eat them like that. And so I don't want to, I want to put as many as I can on these trays. Since I pulled all these off the tree, I might as well use them, right? So I'm just doing this to get the fruit out and not freeze drying the rind. Now you can freeze dry the rind, I have done that. But I'm just trying to make room on the tray and just the usable part that she uses. So, but you can freeze dry the rind, it comes out just fine. It's like styrofoam and freeze dries great. But I'm just trying to fit as much on there as possible. And so I'm taking that off. That way it'll cut down on my freeze drying time also. So, let's see. I don't know if I can show you guys very well. Here we go. I'm going to have to, let's see if I can move the camera on. Ooh! Sorry, you guys. I don't have Boris here helping me film. So, what I'll do is let me get it all done and then I'll show you guys in a minute, okay? Okay, you guys. This is getting ready to put in the freezer, and you can see how I did that. And I'm going to freeze this. I'm going to do several other trays, put this in the freezer, and then 24 hours later I'll put it in the freeze dryer. I'm going to cover this with aluminum foil now. Okay, you guys, I want to show you something. So I decided to turn all of the pieces of lemon this side up, because see this side with the skin down, or the skin facing up, I felt like maybe that the freeze dryer would have a harder time extracting all of the water out of the fruit if I left it this way. So that's why I decided to put them all facing this way. So I just wanted to show you. I don't know if that is the case, but I'm just thinking that it has to extract it through that membrane versus pulling it all up this way. I don't know. It seemed logical to me, but I just wanted to show you guys that that's what I did in case you guys want to do it that way. Okay, all of the rinds are gonna be used to make enzyme cleaner. So you guys watch that episode. It's on our playlist, and show you how easily make enzyme cleaner. All you gotta do is use these lemon peels. You can use orange peels. This is what the final product looks like. I use it to clean my shoes at the chicken coop and all sorts of things. I use it for cleaning furniture and the artificial turf. And so I just wanted to show you guys that that's what's gonna go. I don't like to throw away anything. I'm going to reuse this and make enzyme cleaner. Okay, everybody, here we go. We are going to start the process of freeze drying these lemons. So just all you got to do is close the door. Later, you'll close the vent when it gets to the coldness it needs. 15 minutes it needs. So just close the door, hit start, and then it will tell you this. When that gets to 15 minutes, then it will have you load the trays, and then you'll turn the vent. So let's wait 15 minutes and we'll be back loading. Okay, we got these loaded in. I always put them in the freezer with aluminum foil on top because I don't have room to stack them. But they also have these little stacking things that you can put on the corners that you can stack it. But I don't have room in the freezer for that height. So that's another thing you can do. So I just use aluminum foil so I can stack them on top of each other and not let them stick. So got everything in, the blood oranges and the lemons. Frozen in the freezer first. Now they're in the freeze dryer. And we're going to shut the door, and I'll be right back because I need to have a rag. I always like to wet this so that I get a good seal, and I'll show y'all. Okay, let me see if I can do this with one hand. So I like to wet this because I feel like I get a better seal when it's wet. Close the door, turn the handle, and what you're looking for is this line right here. It needs to be all the way around. You see right here, see right here, there's a gap. That's not a good seal. See that? I don't know if you can see that. Right here. Alright. So then I have to finagle this gasket here. Pull it out a little bit. Let's try again. Okay, now. Okay, yep, now it's all the way around. It's a little bit lighter here. I'm going to pull this out just to make it a little fatter. I like the seal to look fat, because then I know it's a real good seal. Because I've gotten alerts that when it's drying, that it's not sealed right. And you don't want to wait till it's too late. All right, now it says right here, it tells you what to do. Load trays into freeze dryer, then close the drain valve. The drain valve is here. You just twist it. And I have like a little note telling me so I can remember which way is on and which way is off. All right, got that turned, and then you just hit continue. And we'll see probably in about, I'm going to say 30 hours, 35 hours. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Sometimes if you don't push it hard enough, you can usually hear it go beep when you push it. And there's the countdown right there. See you soon. So I put an absorbent towel. These are called pig. You don't have to get these. You can just put a rag. You can just put a dish towel. But anyway, I was using this for when we were having floods. So I've been using this under here just to absorb the water because condensation comes around this and on top of this, and then it drips. So if you have a wooden table, it's going to ruin it. So that's why I put something to grab the condensation. Okay, so it's already begun drying, and that's another reason you pre-freeze everything, so it doesn't have to pre-freeze it from scratch. So we're at 5 hours, and you can see the condensation. A lot of condensation now that it started drying. So that's so we'll see you in about 20 something hours. Okay, from the looks of this, I think that this is gonna maybe go to 40 hours. So just wanted to show you guys what it looks like in the chamber during the freeze dry session. We'll see. But you can see the ice build up right here along the edges on each side and around. The ice builds up in a circular type. You see the ice right there? Right here. You see that? Hey everybody. We are at the end here. I added more drying time. It's 47 hours. However, it probably might have been done in, I don't know, maybe 40, maybe 35. But I had to add more dry time because I didn't have time to do this. And you have to work very quickly when you're removing these. And I don't like when the freeze dryer finishes and then it does a holding pattern until you're ready, because I feel like moisture gets in there and everything still feels cold, and it's hard for me to tell if it's dry, so I don't like that. You see the ice is built up. I'm going to try to show you all a trick once I'm done with all this to get this defrosted quicker, but you got to let it kind of halfway defrost to show you to get it there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we got to cancel this out. So the way that I cancel this out, in case it's not dry, what you want to do is you want to hit the down arrows. Especially, this is only available if you added more dry time. So this option that I know of. So I'm going the down arrow to zero it out. Okay. Now see, now if it's not dry, you have the capability to add more dry time. So it says open the vent. So this is the vent. Very loud. Turn the handle and it'll pop open itself. Now we're going to move quick if it's dry. I'm going to test it. I believe they're dry. It's hard to say with things that are high and feels sticky still a little. No, maybe not. Oh. I can't tell. It's not cold though. I think that's just the texture. I don't feel, if you feel anything cold, then it is not dry. I don't feel anything cold in this. So I believe we're good to go. Okay, I will meet you in the kitchen. We're going to start pulling these out and move quick. So just so you know, I'm going to hit no defrost. I'm going to save electricity. Listen to how loud that is, you guys. All right, here we go. Let's move quick. Hey everybody, I'm going to adjust the camera while I'm talking with you because we got to move quick. Let's see. Okay. Now, I'm going to do these first because they're really cool. Let's see. Can y'all see? I don't have Boris in here to help me today. Okay. I got my bags already ready. I don't have these open, which I should have done, but I don't like to open these too soon because the air activates these two. These are the, what do you call it? Oxygen absorbers. You got to put that in the bag. These are the Mylar bags. All right, let's see. Give me 1 second. Let me pause it. Okay, I thought I paused it, but I didn't. So, apparently I don't know how to pause either. So, let's see. it doesn't feel cold, so. Yeah. Let me see if I can get it. I probably should have used the silicone mat to keep it from sticking. I think I used the silicone mat on some of them, so we'll see the difference in a minute. Anyway, look. Oh, it smells so good. Blood oranges, freeze-dried. Look at that. You can hear them. I'm moving quick. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. I can't eat oranges because I have interstitial cystitis. It's a bladder disease where you can't have anything citrus or acidic or anything. No chocolate. No vinegar, no tomatoes, no pizza, no spaghetti. So, anyway, that one looks good. Seal it up real quick, and then we'll put it on the sealer. We'll put the sealer glass. I might not need this little bag. Let's move this. Let's get the big thing here. Go ahead and put these in. What I do when I'm in a hurry, like I'm trying to work, I like to seal these up as soon as possible, but in the meantime, I just fold it over like that and then put like a dish or something on top. Okay, so let's get started. Look, this powder stuff you could use. Let me see. Let me get a little glass. Let's get a little glass. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put the powder in this glass. And see if it will reconstitute like a juice. I'm always experimenting. Okay, let's get these lemons off. Yeah, I think, yeah, I should have used the silicone mat because these are really getting stuck. And I gotta move fast. But you wouldn't believe how quick the moisture in the air kind of bled in some of the juice from the blood orange onto the lemon. But see, it's ready. All right, let's put these in. And look, watch it. It's pulverized. See if I can get it closer. Watch this one. Let me do this one. You see, pulverized, so it is freeze dry. Let's quickly get it in. Okay. I'm breaking them apart just to make sure the center is not cold. And if it's cold, there's moisture. So, all right, so I'm going to take these little bits. And I'm going to see if it'll reconstitute and make like a juice. You don't have to do this. I don't like wasting, so that's why I'm doing that. Okay, let's keep filling this up. Look at that. Isn't that something? Wow. I'm always so amazed every time I freeze dry something. I just am amazed. Okay, and I just shake it down a little. And then I try to leave enough room that I have room to squeeze out the air. so that I can seal it. And then I zip it up, and then we're going to seal it with a sealer afterwards. Put this here. Okay, like that. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm using a knife just to push up at the bottom and get, look at that. I can say freeze drying lemons works. And you just, my aunt likes to just suck on lemons, so she'll just put that in her mouth. And it's almost like styrofoam cotton candy. It just melts. And then when it really reconstitutes, then that's when it starts to turn back into more the lemon feel of the pulp, you know. Ooh, sorry, you guys. Maybe I should do that later. Let me grab another cup. That lemon powder is going to make some juice. Okay, these have the silicone mats. So let's see what difference it makes. Oh yeah, look. Yeah. Use silicone mats for lemons. I can tell you that. Look, I love this. I love to see these just break off like that. Oh my God, it's so fun. You guys, this is, not only is this great to freeze dry, that you can put these on the shelf for 20 years, it's fun pulling them, look at this. It's fun pulling them off the mat and, and doing that. Yeah. Okay, let's get these in. I might need more bags. Uh-oh, that feels wet. No, it's not. Okay, let's see. It's too full. There. Oh, wait. Shook it down so maybe I can fit that extra in there. And if you don't put these in Mylar bags, and don't forget your oxygen absorber, you can put them in a mason jar. So I might put a couple of these in a mason jar. I'm just trying to get these sealed up real quick, and then we'll do the regular sealer. All right, here we got another. This one is also, still have to use a knife to get the lip of the silicone up. But then once you get that up, then it's pretty easy. Uh-oh. Look. Yeah. Listen. It's like, sounds like styrofoam. Okay, here we go. Loading quick. If you let these sit for just 20 minutes even, you'll start to feel them rehydrate from just the moisture in the air. So, you got to get this stuff in quick. And I suppose, look at that. I love this. I suppose that if you wanted to juice and pour the juice on here, you could freeze dry the juice, or you could probably pulverize this real quick in a food processor and make just lemon powder. So as you can see, we got lemon powder here, look. that's just pulverized. So very easy to pulverize. It seems like it's easier. Ooh, I dropped some on the floor and the floor's all sticky now. I think it's easier to get this powder off of the tray if you don't use the silicone mat. So if you were going to use, if you were going to make just juice out of this, and you poured the juice on there and you freeze dried, I'm going to put this in a jar. Let me go find a jar real quick. I'll be right back so I can show you the next process to seal these. But what I was going to say is, what was I saying? I'm trying to move so quick, I can't think straight. I don't remember what I was saying. I think it was about if you're going to just make the juice, then you maybe put it on the metal thing and scrape it off. I don't remember what it was. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I just want to show you real quick. I couldn't find a quick jar to put these in, so these are my freeze-dried bell peppers. So I'm just putting them in. Actually, you know what? That might make them stink. Hold on. I'll be back again. I'm going to put them in my pear jar. Ooh, I almost broke the jar. I'm going to put these little pieces so that I can use them right away. That's in my pear jar. These are my freeze-dried pears. So once you open these... I wish Boris was here to help me. Once you open this Mylar bag, you have to put it in a mason jar. Those other kind of weird jars with like push lids, those are no good. It has to be mason or a pickle jar, something with a tight sealed lid to keep the moisture out. So let's do a little, now that we have all this, let's do a little test. Okay, this is the powder. Let's just put a few pieces in. Tilt it down. Okay. I'm gonna get some. Okay. Let's rehydrate. So this is going to be very pulpy because I didn't pulverize it really that good. So you can see the pulp in there. So I guess you could strain it. You could still have some lemonade and lemonade. But if I had really... Look. You see how that just really reconstitutes. There's probably different ways to do this if you crush it really, really, really good first. Pulverize it really, really good. See, some of these are chunks, and that's why you still got your chunks in there. But you can make your lemonade with that. Let's put a little bit of this. This is the orange powder. I can't drink it and taste it because I can't have citrus. If Boris was here, I'd have him try it. But you guys get the hint, right? Okay, I'll be back. We're going to seal these up. Okay, you guys. I put the crumbs in Ziploc bags, and I was thinking, look. I was thinking that you could pulverize it like that in the bag. If you didn't want to waste on the, spend time taking the food processor out, which sometimes is a pain in the butt. But I was thinking you could do that too. And just try to crumble it up as much as possible. Now the Ziploc bag, you can't leave this in here for more than a day or something. It's going to start reconstituting. It won't be really bad, but it will be, you want to use it right away because the Ziploc bag doesn't keep all the moisture out. So... anyway, I was just thinking that seems like it's helping and working. Pulverize it. The more you pulverize it, the more less big chunks is going to be in the juice if you wanted to make a juice. So, see. So, anyway, that's that. And now we are going to start with sealing the bags. Now, we've already sealed them with the Ziploc. It's kind of dirty with all the crumbs of the linen. So, sometimes this happens. I just wipe it down real quick before I. Just be real careful when you're working with these, because you'll crush everything. And when you store it too, you don't want to, you know, throw it around real like crazy. You want to be a little bit more gentler, maybe more gentler than I'm being. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I always, after I seal it and let it sit and then go back to it, I like to open it back up again because I feel like all the air's not out. And so then I push it. Let me show you. I push it down like this. Then I get as much of the air out as possible, and then I seal it again. And if you're doing multiple things, make sure you label your bags. Okay, and now this is the sealer that comes with the harvestright freeze dryer. You'll see. And it's just like a little electrical thing that makes contact. And do you see there's like a, let me show you. There's like a little red light that comes, and the light, ooh, I guess you got to have a thing. It's not start burning. And then I like to do it, I start from the Ziploc and then go all the way, the zipper, and go all the way up. And you just push it down like that, and the light goes off when it's done. It takes just a few seconds. You can even hear it. And then I go all the way up, so about 3 times. And each time I move it up closer to the edge. So I start here and I go all the way up. Takes about 3 times. So that was done. And if y'all have any questions, just leave me some comments down below. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to tell you. For the first time, I made homemade dog treats for Buster, and they turned out pretty good. I might do a video. Let me show you the treats. Look. I might do a video one day of this. They turned out good. He loves them. And, look, it was like a little mold like this that you use. So pretty much all I did was put, oh, and I did a prank on Boris, so I might put that on the members only channel. I put just pre-cooked some chicken livers, and I had frozen, mashed them up and froze them for the dog, and then I had put a couple eggs, and I put some coconut flour and some coconut oil, and I put a little regular flour in there too, and it turned out really good, and he liked it a lot. And I just used my toaster oven because I didn't want to heat the whole oven up. So I might do a video on that, y'all watch. I've got so many videos that we have different things, so I just see how I've got this. Let me show you. Just push all the air out. You don't want any of that in there, especially if you're going to store this for 20 years. You don't have to store it for 20 years, but it should last supposedly 20 years. So, I opened something the other day and we did a video on it. It was 2 years old, I think. Maybe it was a year old. I don't know. So it definitely stayed for that long. As long as you don't puncture the bag, as long as you don't get any moisture to it, it should be fine. And you know, They say that maybe it lasts longer than 20 years. They just don't have research on it for longer than that, I think. So anyway, that's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I thank you for watching. We have videos on all kinds of stuff in a playlist. So if you're interested in gardening, if you're interested in making your own homemade fertilizer, I have a video on how to make homemade enzyme cleaner with lemons or orange peels, DIY everything, all kinds of stuff. Really interesting. Chickens, or chicken coop. I have tons of videos, even sleep videos, and even relaxing ASMR videos. So just check the playlist out, and it'll have it all organized, and you can just pick what you like and take a look at it. We'd love to see you look at other things besides freeze drying if you're interested. And thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. If you're a member, we want to thank you. If you are subscribed, we want to thank you. On the members, we have things that are bloopers, behind the scenes. We also have a cannabis growing members only. That's all cannabis growing and CBD growing. And that's just for members. But if you subscribe, you'll get all the other stuff that we have on the playlist. And we like to have a good time. And so hopefully you'll enjoy this, and we would love it if you would subscribe. And hit that little the little notification button, and you'll get notified when we're going to have another video, because I usually do like a premiere, and I'll do like 2 weeks in advance, so you'll know what's coming up in the next 2 weeks. And so if you can get a notification for that. So anyway, thank you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening or day, whichever it is. And God bless you. Okay, I want to show you guys one more thing. This is kind of defrosted. You can't do this unless you do the manual defrost. Well, I guess, okay, look. All the water's coming out here. But I take this off. This gasket. And then if you take this out, I don't know if I can do it with one hand. You see this little piece of ice here? If you want to defrost it quick, you can, let's see. If you pull this out a little bit, you can get this piece of ice. Okay, let's see if I can do it with one hand. I don't think I can. All right, let me. You guys get it right? What I'm doing? Let me put the phone camera down, and then I'll pull it out and show you. I was able to loosen it up enough that I can do this piece with one hand. Look at that. And then put it in your bucket, but my bucket is kind of small. Usually it's melted enough that it'll go in there, but you can break it there. And you can just put it in your bucket like that. And then if you were trying to defrost everything quickly, you can do it that way. And then you can get the other side, pull it out, clean everything up. And then one thing I want to say is I never ever leave my door closed, because you don't want all that moisture building up and mold. So I leave my door open all the time when I'm not using it. Just thought of something, you guys. Theoretically, this is clean ice. You could totally use that if you needed to have ice for drinks or something. So, if you're into reusing things, or if you needed ice in a pinch, there you go. Otherwise, just let it sit in the bucket and melt. So if you guys wanted to know why you might want to defrost it quicker and get all the ice out, is if you needed to do another freeze dry session back to back. You want to remove all the ice, and then you can get started on another freeze dry session. So anyway, that's it.